All right, I think we're going to get started this morning. Thank you everyone for joining us for our latest installment of our Solutions for Success education series. Today's topic, powering business growth with Microsoft Dynamics 365 and the art of client portal expansion. My name is Jonathan Hamilton. I'm the president of Point Alliance, and I am joined by our Vice President of Consulting Services, Eleanor Boato, today to do this session for you. The agenda at a high level, a little bit about Point Alliance. Why would you consider Microsoft Dynamics 365 for customer portals? How do you enable these portals? What are the tools that are used by developers or technical staff? How do users authenticate is a common question we get. And then we're going to take you into a quick demo. Again, today's session is only 20 to 25 minutes, so we will not take you too deep technically, but hopefully enough to intrigue you or provide you with some background information on the platform and how these solutions are deployed. For those that are not aware of Point Alliance and who we are, again, we are a Microsoft shop, certified in modern workplace solution design, and that is our designation. We are a gold certified partner with 11 competencies in the old partner world with Microsoft. Our team is 100% Microsoft certified, and you can always find more information about us at pointalliance.com. I'll turn this over to Eleanor at about slide 10, but you've got her details here. And again, we will be sharing this presentation with everyone who attended and registered for this event. And there is a picture of myself and my information. So let's just dive right into things. So, why would you use D365 for customer portals? Why would you enable it? Most people familiar with Dynamics will think of it as a CRM platform, probably most commonly used by sales staff, maybe other internal teams around customer service and things like that. So they think of companies and contacts, opportunities, issues, or support requests, those sorts of things. Again, we can leverage this platform, and more clients are leveraging this platform for more than just internal use. So maybe if we just go back one slide, please. So again, we can look at this from a partner perspective. So am I an organization that works with other partners and I want to track information centrally with regards to opportunities or pipelines? Maybe I'm a vendor that has a partner network. That's one good example. Another one would be that I've got customers or members. Maybe I'm an association, a regulatory body, or again, a solution seller where I want to invite those audiences into a platform that is integrated closely with my CRM and where I'm tracking a bunch of this information, as opposed to a separate portal where I'm pushing and pulling information. And finally, you could use this for employees as well. So maybe we've got a core group of employees who leverage the CRM platform for all of its bells and whistles and functionality, but maybe that's only 20 or 100 people out of 1,000 or 5,000. But we want to leverage the platform to track more information about our employees, and we want to present them with a portal interface that just gives them access to a small subset of information, both from a view and update perspective. So we can look at it that way as well. So again, lots of different use cases as to how we might use it. What are our options for enabling portals? So if our back end is D365 and Dynamics, how do we go about doing this? First and foremost, we can use Microsoft Power Pages, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Eleanor is going to walk us through some of the technical nuances there and give us a demo. There are other approaches. We have other clients using Sitefinity and a third-party tool called the Portal Connector. Again, Sitefinity is a web content management solution. The portal connector allows us to surface Dynamics data into that CMS. So that is a common tool being used in the marketplace as well. And then the third option would be that we build a completely custom portal. Again, this would not be our first recommendation to you, but if you have specific needs and requirements that are not addressed by using portal pages or the Sitefinity approach, and you are doing different things that require customization beyond what you can do in the first two options, it is certainly a consideration. But we're going to be focused on number one and Microsoft Power Pages today. So what are Power Pages? Because Dynamics 365 has been around for a while. There have been different names branded with how we expose this information to a larger audience outside of the traditional D365 user experience. So Portal Pages from Microsoft, again, is a secure, low-code software as a service platform for creating and hosting external-facing business websites. And so you can use Power Pages actually not just to create client portals to D365, you can actually use Power Pages now to create public-facing websites. We're not going to go deep into licensing and how that works and all of that sort of stuff. But again, think of Power Pages as our sort of lightweight CMS that's going to sit on top of D365 or other content. So how do you customize and extend Power Pages? So Microsoft gives us the Power Platform that some of you may be familiar with, and tells us that you only need to be a citizen developer, not a hardcore nuts and bolts developer, to be able to leverage these platforms, which is very true. That can get you to a certain level or allow you to configure things to a certain extent. So how do we go beyond this? So let's say we don't want to just use the templates that are provided from Microsoft and live within the framework or the templates that are given to us, and we want to go above and beyond what's being used. So, what are our options there? So we can use JavaScript. Eleanor is going to take us into a little more detail as to how and when and why we might use JavaScript as part of our solution. Liquid, again, an open source template language that we can use from a user experience perspective to customize the look and feel. Again, we've got web APIs where we can pull and push data from Dataverse as it's integrated with E365. And again, we can integrate Power Apps. So these portals over the years have been called different things, and it's been a Power Apps portal, it's been Power Pages, it's been a Dynamics portal. Again, all of these really are building on the same technology and leveraging the same stack that you will be familiar with as a Microsoft developer. So at this stage, I've given you a sort of high-level description of how and why we would use some of these tools and how we would extend our use of Dynamics 365, whether you're a D365 client already, whether you're considering Dynamics 365 as your backend platform and data source to store some of this information that you may want to expose to different audiences on the web. But I'll turn it over to Eleanor now to maybe describe a little bit more about the tools, some sample portals that Microsoft provides, and to give you a better sense as to how we'd integrate that from a security and authentication perspective. So Eleanor, it's over to you.
Thanks, Jonathan. So as Jonathan was saying, like the D365 Power Apps portal is like named differently. So now, like early this year, now they're all called like in Make Power Pages. So it's Power Pages portal. So we try to leverage what D365 can do. So Microsoft have this Make Power Pages where you can create different partner portal, client portal, employee portal. So in here on the next slide, like this is like a sample partner portal that comes with the tool. So if you have Make Power Pages If you go to makepowerpage.com, you can create a template called Partner Portal, which will give you like out of the box, user security role for partner manager, partner seller, or different roles that you can associate to different entities for opportunities, accounts, and contacts, right? So what's happening is each of these portal, we can, if an existing customer already have D365, we're leveraging the contact base for local authentication. On this sample portal that I have is like there is like a partner program. You can have like knowledge base. You can manage your own customer, your own contact, your own opportunities, right? But for you to use this, you need to have like at least a D365 sales or field service. So again, Partner Portal will allows you to add your own customer accounts, contacts, and then you can allow you as, for example, if you have a different role, assigned a user a different role, they can set up their contact, their opportunities. They can set up their different roles to different users for their portal, like as a seller or manager or also an admin. Okay, so those are different roles that you can that's associated to a partner portal template that you get from a Microsoft Power Pages. Example, as I mentioned earlier, it has partner seller, partner manager, partner admin. So another portal template that you can get is the self-service portal. So the out-of-the-box Microsoft portal, it uses the Azure directory. So some of these features are tied into D365. So you can use the system users to access the knowledge base forum, or sometimes if you, for example, you have a lot of employees that you don't need to leverage the system users within D365, you can also use the form-based authentication as a contact, like all your employees will be part of that employee contact records, and then you can use the local authentication to access the D365. So employee self-service portal will have like, out of the box, we'll have knowledge base articles, support tickets. These are all case incidents, right? Forum, you can have online discussions within a self-service portal. And this, as I said earlier, if you're using internal users, it needs to have a D365 license. So it will use the system users within D365 to access employee portal. Options for authentication. You can use a local authentication. This is a form-based authentication. So if you want to leverage the accounts and contacts, we would use a local authentication to see all the records, or like a role-based record authentication in your D365. You can also extend it using external authentication using Azure AD for employee self-service template, and then you can also use Azure B2C, and you can also use a third-party provider like Google, Twitter, Facebook, that type of things, right? You can configure that on your site portal. I'll show you that quickly and how you would do that from a site template. Okay, so this is a sample of local authentication. This is out of the box, so people can sign in with username and password. And then on the left side, right, you can see register using external account. This, since this is out of the box, these are all configurable from portal management within D365 that you can disable this feature. So using the form-based authentication from the contacts in your D365 under portal management solution, you can invite user, and then from that invitation, they can redeem that invitation code to access your portal. So external authentication, as I mentioned earlier, so on this page, once you have your portal set up, from the site details, you can specify which identity provider that you can use. As you notice, you can use Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, Twitter, or Microsoft to enable identity authentication on this. But by default, some of this site portal that you can use from Make Power Pages, it uses local form-based authentication. Okay. So let me demo what we have on our sandbox about the about the partner portal, how they can see like customer management, contacts, and opportunities. Okay, let me switch to that screen. So this is an out of the box site template that you can get from makepowerpages.com, right? So before Microsoft do the Make Power Pages, these are all like done from D365 or Power Apps pages. So now then, since they have the makepowerpages.com users, or like customizers can create their own portal and use the out of the box site templates. So this sample would have a partner site template that they can have, program details. These are all pages within site pages or within Power Pages. And then, there's opportunities that they see, manage opportunities that they only see. This is tied into your D365 from the back end. So this is only external users that you allow people to manage their own customers and opportunities, and they can see their own records, right? So customers, they have accounts, and then you can also, I'm logged in as a partner admin. So on this partner portal, you have 3 roles. So partner admin, partner manager, and partner seller that you can as a partner manager or partner admin, you can manage their access, right? So partner admin, partner seller. So you can invite people using from this partner portal. So this is the sample where a super user or partner admin can manage their own user for their customers, right? So customer accounts, and then customers. And then just to give you an idea, so this is really from D365, and then from D365, I can see what my partner had created for this opportunity, right? So Don Hoyu has this opportunity, and then this is my D365 that I can see. These are all the partners that created opportunity from the partner portal. Okay. So in here, so again, all these pages, just to give you an idea, these pages are all configured using the Make Power Pages. So this is the Make Power Pages, this is the new one that you can configure all your sites. So if I go to home, like you'll notice I have active sites here, partner portal, client portal, and employee self-service, right? So in here, if I go to details, this is where you can configure the identity provider that you want to use for the for your portal. So I go, okay, hold on. Oh, sorry. If I go back here, details, edit sites. See here, like from the identity provider, you can enable, if you use Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, Twitter. From here, I only enable the local sign-in, which uses my D365 authentication. So these are all my contacts on D365 sales. And then in here, I would have my portal management, um, where I can control who can have access to my site. Okay. So that's basically what we have, like, as a high level, how you would leverage making portal and then linking it to your D365. Jonathan?
Thanks, Eleanor. Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think there's a couple things to remember. One, in portal pages, and as you saw some of the pop-ups on Eleanor's screen, it's going to ask you if this is a public or private site. So you are able now to build public-facing websites using Microsoft portal pages that are not connected to D365. So if you want a simple way to stand up a WordPress-like website, you can build that in portal pages, and you can go to makeportalpages.microsoft or make.portalpages.microsoft.com to look at that. And then again, as you're building your portals connected to Dynamics 365, again, it's going to give you some templates to use for those of you that are familiar with SharePoint as an example, you'll know that Microsoft gives you a bunch of different templates that you can use as a starting point from a design and user experience perspective. In this way, they give you similar design templates that you can use. You can configure those, as Eleanor's gone into some of the aspects of the configuration, or if you decide that you have specific requirements that require customization, again, that's where we had mentioned some of the tools for you to go in and do that. But you can think of a number of different use cases. So Eleanor displayed accounts and contacts and opportunities more from a sales funnel partner network perspective, but this definitely can be case management, right? Whether that's internal caseworkers working on cases, or these are incidents that are opened by the public. You could do, you could have it that way. It could have orders in it, so not just opportunities, but it could have order processing of opportunities that turn into sales and that are fulfilled that way. It could have member management in it, so our members could be accounts, or the organizations could be accounts. The actual individual members could be contacts associated with those accounts that are member organizations, and you could come in and update your member contact information, or pay your annual dues, or update your professional development credits, or things like that. It could be client portfolios. So in the financial industry, we could have clients log into a portal that would see, portfolio information and portfolio performance. So there's a number of different ways for us to leverage a Dynamics 365 backend and to create, fairly simple and quick portal interfaces that are secure, that are leveraging some of the hierarchy within Dynamics already, as Eleanor mentioned, or leveraging third-party authentication providers. So again, today's session was meant to give you an idea of how this sort of fit together and how it would work. We're certainly open to any questions that people have, as we've got about 5 minutes left in the session. So I don't know if anyone has any questions. Please put it in the chat, and we would be happy to address those. Otherwise, I think there's a couple final slides that we can go to about our next and upcoming Solutions for Success webinars. Again, these are held on the third Tuesday of each month. You can go to pointalliance.com/events to get the full listing. But again, you can see that we've got some interesting sessions coming up on security, on Intune and endpoint management, Power BI. So all things sort of Microsoft Cloud that will be of interest to clients that are leveraging or looking to leverage Microsoft 365 and either the licensing that they've already got, or maybe some add-on licensing to augment what they're already doing. I think there may be one more slide, Eleanor, in the presentation. Again, if you'd like to leave us a review on the session today and the session content, please feel free to use that QR code to fill out a quick survey. Let us know how you found the content. Let us know other topics that you'd be interested in hearing about, because our sessions, again, run typically almost every month, and we are always updating new session content and topics based on client and participant feedback. So if there are no questions, we would like to take the opportunity to thank everyone for joining us today. Hopefully you found it informative. Again, if you do have questions, whether you're running D365 and you've got portals that people are accessing and you've got questions around issues you're having or best practices, happy to chat with you about that. If you're running D365 and are thinking about extending the content that you've got there, happy to talk about that. If you're not even running Dynamics 365 yet and had questions about it, even just as a CRM or how do you get started, please feel free to reach out to us and we'd be more than happy to have that conversation. But thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and have a great day. Thank you, Eleanor.
Thank you.